Okay, we can see it. We can see it. We can see it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, now you're good. You're good. Don't worry.
Just checking your levels for you.
We tend to make the gain very soft because you don't want to pick up any background. It's easy editing.
Okay,
also.
cool. So I must speak in the mic.
Yeah, you can talk a bit louder. You know what I mean? Because I tend to get very animated. And it's like,
No. I'll switch on when you switch on.
Start projecting.
Of course. Welcome back to the Opinion 2.0. It's been, well, for us, it's been a minute. For you, it's been a week. 2 weeks. Nah, it's a week. Because the episode was...
Yeah, the 2 weeks has passed.
Yeah,
Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, as you can see, my style has also improved because of my friend's influence.
Just did that.
I'm spiffy, wearing Chelsea boots, you know, out here. Okay, we have a very special guest with us today. Some of you might know him, some of you may not. I've been a fan of his since like 2016 when I was a young boy. When I was a young meerkat. Nah, I wasn't. So, Waseem Fredericks.
Salam. Good morning, afternoon, whenever it is that you're watching this. It's not about us. It's about when you are watching it.
You know?
So all morning, afternoon, evening.
Hello, middle of the night.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
So people usually say a good day is a good greeting because regardless when you're watching it in the day.
You know what's a good greeting?
What?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa We just came from, I don't know when this is going to air, but obviously we just came out of the month of Ramadan. So I do appreciate a nice a Skoon Greeting.
You know?
Yeah.
Trying to keep it cleaner
Beautiful.
of late, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I had a lot of work to do because I'm very dirty back, man. This mouth was, it was hard.
You make your chase fluid in your mouth.
During Ramadan, that was something I focused on, was talking less aggressively and less less profanity was exiting my mouth.
Yeah, no, me too.
Sure.
It's that small vices that catch you, man.
Yeah, man.
It's the small vices
like when you
that
knock
catch
your
up.
pinky toe. Instead of saying your massive, you say, hey, nah, my toe. You know.
You say, ouch,
You say, astaghfirullah.
Yeah, no.
My wife was telling me now the other day, when you knock your pinky toe, say, alhamdulillah, I have a toe still. I was like,
yo, that's hard.
That's deep.
That's a bar.
That's deep.
That's right here. Yeah, shout out. So
All aspire.
Shukran for coming, man. It's crazy, man. You know, I've been trying to think, who can I get on the show? And it's like, I also wanted to get people on that had an impact, not only on my life, but like people around me. So, tell us firstly about yourself. Your upbringing, school you went to, how old are you, those things.
Okay, cool, no problem. Yeah, so I always hate that to have to introduce myself, but I'm Waseem Fredericks.
You're not related to the Yasin.
Ma?
You're not related to the Yasin.
Not related to Yasin, but we had when I just saw him on TikTok. I was like, I went near.
My cousins.
So we had that. But no, he's not related to me. He swears a lot more, so he can't be.
It's a little bit,
shots.
You see? It's like me and him.
Yeah.
Still, I've got mad love for the bra. But I'm Waseem Fredericks. And I am, for those who know me on social media, it's Waseem_Freds. And I am from Elsies River, dis waar ek gebore was.
Okay.
Maar moved to the state. You know where the state is?
In Kensington.
In Kensington.
Me also.
Yeah, but that's why I couldn't specifically state where I knew from. I looked at you and I thought, yeah, man, I know this guy from Ergens.
What?
But I don't know.
I've seen him before.
We in the same crowd. We in the same hood, bro.
Yeah, from the same hood. And from there, eventually I spent most of my teenage and pre-teenage years in the Goodwood area.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's who I am, where I'm from, and what else we had.
What
my
school,
age. Ek is nou 27 jaar oud. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm 27 years old. And my high school. Well, my primary school. You'll probably be able to relate to it. I went to Kenmere Primary.
Oh, then we were enemies because I was at St. John's.
You were in Squashies.
Squashies, yes.
Squashies.
Chemicals.
Yeah, you went to Squashies and with the chemicals, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That was I just passed wind in the mic.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hopefully you can block it out.
Passed through the mic.
Yes.
Passed through the mic.
No stress.
So ma, for whoever's gonna use this mic next,
We'll just change the
you know,
mic.
you're
shield,
next
you know
year.
what I mean? No
Oh, you're
problem.
gonna change it? Your levels.
No,
levels.
we
Yeah.
have, we must have
Space for
backups.
that. Don't worry.
Levels. You have a lot, you say. Did you get the mic shields for La Parang or? No, so we had a lot of questions. Oh, my high school. I went to Fairbairn College.
Okay.
Was my high school in the Goodwood
Good
area.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I met JP Jackson.
Shout out JV.
Shout out to the
Hey.
To the
GNC
boys.
podcast. He was the head boy. And he gave me
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
that's right.
trouble. He gave me a lot of trouble.
You spoke about this in that episode with him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much my upbringing. Was always a quiet guy. As you can see,
Mm.
I'm extremely quiet right now as well. But yeah, alhamdulillah, that's pretty much it.
It's funny
For
that
me,
you
where
say
I'm
you're a
from, what I
quiet
do.
person, eh? Because you are somebody that you sing,
I do, yes, I do.
but you're a
I
quiet person.
Yeah, no. To be honest with you, like, I am pretty quiet if I'm in a surrounding that's new to me.
Mm.
Okay.
As you would have noticed, I do have a stutter
Yes.
as well. So what happens many a times is when I'm in a crowd that's new to me, I become a little bit wary of who I'm around. Ik
Yes,
wil
of
niet
course.
te veel stutter nie,
Yeah,
otherwise
Yeah, no,
you know,
of
because but once I'm used to the people, you'll obviously see
Come
I'm,
out of
I'm a
your shell.
little bit more relaxed in terms of I don't mind if I huckle, it's fine. Yeah, like I'm a laugh, whatever. So that's what happens to me. But yeah, I know if you see me like on the media platforms and so on, you'll say that guy is not quiet, and I'm a bit of an extrovert on the platforms, but you need to be.
Yeah,
That's
no, of
the
course.
thing, yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
what I'm
say,
saying.
like with social media, you have to kind of be an ambivert, man.
You do.
Because I like silence. This is
Yeah.
something I spoke with my wife about. Like,
Sound of silence, huh?
remember, it's one of my favorite songs.
Mm.
But my wife and me, we have a very strange dynamic. In
Yeah.
public, she's quiet and I'm loud.
Yeah.
No, at home, she's loud and I'm quiet. Right?
Mm.
So I always say like her love language is communication, my love language is silence.
Yeah.
No? So it's like it's crazy because when I started going on TikTok, I never spoke on TikTok. I would
Yeah.
just make skits.
Yeah, of course.
And
yeah.
then I switched that up now because people actually wanted to hear me talk. And I
Yeah.
was like, you know what, bold move. I went on JC
Yeah.
podcast, started this podcast.
Yeah.
And I was my friend over here and
Yeah.
the team. And now I'm
Yeah.
like, I like talking, but at the same time, I like silence, man. So
Mhm.
with social media, you kind of have to be an ambivert, man. It's like a paradoxical
Yeah,
thing
you need to
because.
step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Surely. You
So
need to get out there.
talking about music, like
Yeah.
firstly, how did you get into that? Because I have a few questions here. Like, how did you get into music? Let's talk about that first. Because I remember seeing for the koeksisters challenge on Facebook.
Oh
Back,
gosh! Wow, that was
2017, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2017. Where was I in that space? I was still working in a call center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
call
call
center?
center? All of them.
I wanted to ask.
I don't want to name drop, but all of those BPO UK based.
I'm just gonna say again, we worked at iNet.
At iNet. Oh, that's so sad. You guys okay?
Yeah,
Oh, we're here now.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
still
yeah.
alive.
Still have trauma, but I mean, I still lose sleep at night because
Yeah, I
of
know.
that.
That was the one that they like said, nah, stay clear, bro. But alhamdulillah, if it works for you guys, that's what you make of it, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yes.
whatever you make. I always say, whether you work in a retail store, if you work at a call center, it doesn't matter. It's really what you make of it. If you work hard enough and you want to be a store manager and move from there, from store manager to a branch manager to
Whatever, yeah.
You can.
you
There's a lot-
can.
you can
It's
make a
just
career
what
out
you're
of
going
it.
to put into it, right?
Yeah, of course.
However, mas it your flavor is and you don't smack this, then you're not going to put in what you want to.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
I
of
did
course.
not smack that, so I
Yeah.
did not want to
Yeah.
make it my reality. But and that's why you saw what I was doing. Is I was obviously uploading videos on the media platforms. What was that? What was that?
Facebook for the koeksisters.
The Koeksisters challenge. Yeah.
I remember that.
It was actually a challenge called for the D. yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Which
I
is
remember
the
that, yes.
the male genital
Okay.
kind of abbreviation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If sure you knew
Wait,
that.
Yeah.
wasn't there for Gatsby also? For the Gatsby, I remember that at some
I
point.
don't
Someone
know.
did that for the
Hey,
Gatsby.
that bruh saw it after the koeksister.
No.
He saw the D and he was like,
So he did it and he did it for the G. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's quite-
what I was saying, yeah. So I've always had this thing is look, my parents were still on the media platforms, right? So I wasn't gonna be out there and I go mal for the D, do all the stuff, make my bean a lamb for the D. I wasn't gonna do stuff like that.
course,
And
of course.
also, I don't swing that way.
I was gonna say now, let's rewind. You are married.
I am married, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
But I'm just saying I was never gonna do anything that explicit.
Okay.
So because I'm
Rambunctious, yeah, okay.
I'm always wary of that. Yeah. So what's the next best thing next to the D is koeksisters. I
We love koeksisters.
exactly. Well, I don't know. I would compares against the D, but I'm rambling on the most random thing. At the
No,
moment.
of course. I think the thing is this: everyone knows, not just in Cape Town, but Sundays is koeksister day.
Exactly.
Yes.
I had a koeksister before I came through this morning.
Me too. I didn't have a koeksister, but I had a donut. But I mean,
Yeah.
potato though.
Yeah,
I might
no,
get cancelled for that one, but potato.
Hashtag cancel me, bro. Cancel. I've been
Yeah.
saying that. Cancel me. So yeah. So how did you get into music? So like the koeksisters video, that's a
Yeah.
vibe. But like, how did you actually get into the performing arts of music? Because
Yeah, so that was slowly how it started in terms of getting my name out there, because I quickly learned that you need to hop on trends,
Okay.
right? So one of it was that for the D kind of
challenge.
challenges, right?
Yes.
So that was a space where in remixes and kind of flipping the switch on original things wasn't extremely there. It was a rarity, right?
Yeah.
Where you had people take existing challenges and kind of spin it on its head, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say that's kind of where I started to find my groove in terms of this can actually work, because that video did get a little bit of traction.
Yes.
Not that that's my starting point into music, but I think that's pretty much where I decided, you know what, here's a public of views there. The likes are also
Okay.
the people are really starting to enjoy it. So maybe it's a thing I could look at doing as a career.
So it was like a catalyst.
It-
so you were
it-
you were
it
kind of
was.
in the game, and then that just got traction. You're like, I can use this to actually.
Yeah, I
Get
mean,
a
I was in the game prior to that already, but the way in which I was doing things wasn't working in terms of
Promotion?
spiraling from there.
Okay.
man,
Okay.
You
I
know,
see you, I see you.
I was doing like little eat and treats and the weddings and without getting the money,
I know what you mean.
the monetary compensation for
Yeah.
doing what I was doing. So
the Canala jobbies.
the Canala job was
Yeah.
quite regular during that
Okay.
time, and then and really that was the start of the uprising of taking things to the social
Actually,
media space.
To
Yeah.
not being Kanala anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still low-key a Canala, but we at least tried to
Yeah, nah, this was a Canala job.
make, to make
I was
ends
like,
meet. This
you
is
come
a-
on the
this
show,
is a- this is a
Canala.
Canala job. So I said I'm not even gonna wear shoes. But
You won't. No only feet here.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
feet finders.
Exactly.
No feet finders.
So okay, so when it comes to music, I know you are part of a band or a group called Unity.
Unity, yes.
So I've obviously I know that because like I said to you, I've been watching your stuff
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
So now tell me about Unity. How did this start? Is that still around?
Mm.
What's going on with Unity? How does that
Yeah.
transpire?
So in that year, actually, it's a nice storyline that there is now. So after the video that you spoke about,
Yes.
the sister video, the year after that, I sort of started to kind of upload more regularly and started to
Okay.
sing more on the platforms and do skits and stuff like that. And then the producer of Unity saw one of my videos,
Okay.
and then he slid into to my DMs and be like, "Listen, we have this group. I never heard of Unity, right? But the way that the producer guy was speaking was like, we have been to the UK last year and we toured with this Nasheed artist and that brand, that brand,
Okay,
that brand.
okay.
I was like, okay,
Interesting.
let me hear what you have to actually say. So he said, okay, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a meeting and the Mitchells Plain region. Let's speak about this, and we really think you would be a good fit in the group.
Okay.
And then I met the guys, and they were like a liquor bunch of Owens, a lot older than me.
Yeah.
Because at the time I was like 19 or 20, 21, like
That
in my
age.
early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice experience. Spoke to the manner there. Heard their songs for the very first time, and they said, "Yeah, we're gonna planning on going on tour year in whatever."
Okay.
I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm not doing anything at the moment. I might as well see
Yeah,
what
why
this
not?
is
Why
about."
not?
And
Yeah.
it turns out it was actually a very big learning experience for me in terms of learning how to do things musically, and a big turning point in terms of learning how to market yourself. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, because that's basically what you were, I would say, what you were looking to do before you actually joined them. Is that was the hurdle that you were trying to overcome in
Exactly.
the
And
first
for the
place.
koeksisters kind of like spiraled you into this position where that opportunity became available.
Yeah, not that spiraled me into the space, but sparked that curiosity really
Okay.
to see, okay, what where can this actually go?
Mm.
You know, which I'm still trying to figure out. But I mean, it provided a platform for me to not only express myself creatively, but like I said, these guys were a little bit more mature than me, so they knew about how to market yourself when you're doing
Yeah.
a gig, how to quote for the gig. There's an agreement that has to be in place, and this is how you dress and stage presence and stuff like that, which I had too. But I mean, it was on another level, on a level that people really wanted a Unity to come tour in the USA and to come tour in the UK. Okay, which I wouldn't have dreamed of with the skill set that I had
Okay.
prior to that.
So years have passed now. Are you still with Unity? Have you broken away from Unity?
Groups as you know, friendships that you had 6 years ago, you might not have anymore.
Okay.
Right? And people outgrow one another. It's a group where everyone in the group was skilled on another level, right? So each of us had our parts that we contribute towards the group, but I think at the same time, many of us were trying to kind of find who we are as individuals.
Okay.
So I think from that space, everybody kind of took their own journey. And I mean, we haven't announced that. Listen, the group does not exist anymore. But I mean, if the miner wants to make the bag, then I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you can.
If there's an opportunity for
can-
you guys to get together and do something, you're going to say no necessarily to it.
Exactly, but I was more referring to if there are individuals in the group, if you get an opportunity
Take
and
it.
you,
You have
and
your
you
own
want
path.
to, yeah, exactly. So they were never to say, nah, man, it's the group. We need to first the group, and then you know, you
Okay, I
can
see
do
what you
your
mean.
own thing. So the group is there. We still spoke to. I think we spoke to one another on Eid actually. And it's just like Slamat and what's the plans for the day and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But not entirely active.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
So, production break, I guess.
Production break for 4 years now.
Yeah, but also 4 of those years, 3 of it was COVID. You know that.
Exactly.
So if I look at it like that, I always tell people like this last 3 years was pick and punches, man.
Exactly.
Because there's so much things that
Doesn't
you,
count.
you could have done
Yeah.
that you like. I thought about it as like if it wasn't for COVID, I probably wouldn't have had this podcast.
Yeah,
We probably wouldn't have been friends.
exactly.
You know what I
No,
mean?
no.
So
100%.
as much as COVID was cack, sorry for my French. The other for when it comes back, I'm sorry.
Strike one.
You know, strike one.
Is it
Um,
right if I drink this one?
yeah, go for it. Go for it. You must comfortable, bro.
I'll hide the brand.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, if whoever owns that bottle wants to sponsor us, hello.
Oh, so you actually wanna? Yeah, here
I
we go.
saw a few seconds ago, but I'm still here.
I think Thirst is the sponsor of the Springboks rugby team as well. I
Is
think
it?
their
we
logos,
spoke
yeah.
about the Springboks. We spoke about you.
So quality stuff.
So if you're
right?
thirsty,
I stay thirsty, me, bro. Anyway, so COVID was crazy, but at the same time, like, that was 3 years where life
Yeah.
paused. I got married in COVID. A year, like 6 months into COVID. And obviously, I know you got married just a little bit before COVID. Is that correct?
Yes.
How's that been? How's marriage been? You know?
Beautiful, alhamdulillah. It has been a life changing. A marriage is the best thing ever. Really, it's. I think a lot of people. I know, and there's like a stigma, man. When you get married, your daddy's brother will always ask you, "Are you sure you want to get married? It's sicker, no?" This. And as much as it's a joke, like I think a lot of the time we subconsciously take that seriously, man.
Yeah.
But I think when you do get married and you realize, this is actually pretty liquor. Yeah. So it's been amazing. Alhamdulillah.
So you got married also in your mid-20s.
I got married. I turned 21 in that year. I was 22.
Fun. Yeah.
early 20s.
I got
22.
married at 20. I just turned 20.
She just turned 20. Yeah.
No, I turned 20. Wait. I was 20, I was turning 21. So I got married the same year. I turned 21, but before my
Okay.
21st.
Not me
Ewa,
feeling very
ewa,
old
ewa.
right now.
It's okay, uncle, man. It's okay. So I think... man's upset now.
Yeah, sure.
You're going to throw me out of his house now.
Yeah, we
Strike two, you must.
Yeah, because I only got married, I was 28.
Oh, 28 when you got married.
28, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm
It's
turning
5 years,
28
Sorry if
this
I got
year.
the numbers wrong. That's right. Yes, right. That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
28.
Right, that was insane.
Proud of myself now.
Right, well done. You got this. Well done. Yeah, for his wife.
Exactly.
You
That's
got
my
right.
whole thing. That is exactly the whole thing now. It's like,
I know if I say something clips on the podcast, my mochi see it and I come home, when it is, then I'm in trouble, man, bro.
Yeah.
You said this on that day on the show.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
don't
even
have the same
realize.
problem unless you guys are gonna make a clip of it. Then my wife will
see,
never hear the
that's
end.
the thing.
She will never hear.
Okay.
this.
because I won't even realize, like, I'll forget about it because it doesn't air on the same day, right?
Yeah.
'Cause we're not going to air this on the same day as
Yeah.
today. And then the episode is, and I forgot that I said something already
Yeah.
on it. And then she will come, yo, you said this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, here's it now.
No coffee for the next few days.
She'll actually go in and explore the entire
Yeah,
the
Our
entire
biggest fans.
Alhamdulillah,
Alhamdulillah.
our wives are our first fans and our biggest fans, and now also they contribute to the show by giving us suggestions on talking
Yeah.
topics and who
Yeah.
to get on the show.
Okay, lekker.
So
Yeah,
my
it's-
wife
the
Yusra
thing is,
told
like,
me
you-
about you to get you on the show because I
Okay.
was like, will this bra even respond to me? Like, and she was like, just message him. He's a
Yeah.
lekker bra. Like, just
Yeah.
message him. He'll probably
Yeah.
respond. Then I was like, okay, quiet. So yeah, they source information for us now.
Nah,
Our
that's
researchers.
more. You need to get them on your team and say behind every
Exactly, that's the thing.
successful man is I don't know what about the woman, but
Something.
some gevaarlijke woman. Baby.
Some-
Yeah.
Some.
You know, that's crazy, no? Because like I was telling someone, I said before I was married, the
Yeah.
first person that would always encourage me to do something
Yeah.
was my mommy,
Mm.
woman, right? And then my sisters.
Mm.
And then I got married, and I was like, anything I do,
Mm.
I don't run ideas past my wife, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just be like, yo, I'll ask myself out loud, how am I gonna do this? She'll be like, listen here, try this, and I'm like,
Mm.
that's a good idea. And then I try it, and it
Mm.
works, and she's like,
Yeah.
you see,
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
So,
So,
yeah, I know they're the main, they
Yeah.
the motivators, huh? The
and also
motivators.
the main critiques.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
like,
yeah.
hey, this
Most
is a bit
definitely.
problematic. Fix
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I know. I must brush my hair, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
shukran, man. You know? so now, how did you and your wife meet? Let's talk about
Yeah,
that. You know,
my
let's
wife
talk about
and
the
I.
cute meet story.
Yeah, it's not a cute meat story.
Okay.
I was actually pretty standard in the way in which people do things these days. I slid in the DMs as well.
Yeah.
All great things start with the DMs, man.
Lol.
He DM'd me to get me Unity DM'd me to get me there, and I DM'd my wife to get her where she is at the moment.
Yeah.
This be a lesson and a clip. Don't be afraid to shoot the shot, man. Can do amazing
Hey.
things.
Yeah,
that
Slide
comes
in it.
from it. Yeah, slide that DMs. Yeah,
I can confirm
put on
that.
your socks and slide, bro.
I can confirm that because I've said this before. My wife DM'd me. She
Subhanallah.
slid in my DMs, bro. And I was like, when we were like 17, 18, like, yo.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, I actually know you, Sinjay. And she's like, oh, we've been
Yeah.
friends for so long. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
we-
we grew up opposite each other at some point.
Chew.
And then she's like, yeah, we.
Kensington.
all over the place. Because I grew up, like, I moved to Kingston when I was like 11.
Yeah.
But so prior to that, I was in Mitchell's Plain and, you know, all assault over
over.
Mitchell's Plain, you know. But
Yeah,
like the DMs,
so-
let this be a lesson, me, bro.
Yeah.
Slide in the DMs.
DMs is the
Slide
key.
in it.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, but nowadays there's a restriction on the DMs, nah? You must send it's not a request. It's they must approve you in order
To
to
send the
actually
message
DM
to receive the
I
message.
think
Yeah.
it's
That's
also
approve.
it's for people with a certain amount of followers, man. It's not
Mm.
all the time. But like, for example, if you follow me and I follow you, I can
Yeah.
DM you don't have to accept it.
Yeah,
If I follow you,
yeah,
you don't follow me, I think you have over 2,000 followers, then you must accept
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
So,
Mm.
you know, I'm going to say this. If the
Oh,
girl
okay,
you're
like
chasing has more than 2K followers, don't DM.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
gonna
wasn't
get
a
lost.
girl I was chasing. That it's actually a mola. Now I was trying to DM. It's like, yo, I need this. Let me
It's
hit
like
you
no
up.
advice for you
And then,
today.
and then it was like, no, we will let you know if you can send the Molina a message. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Suppose that's okay to Instagram.
Thanks, Instagram.
Yeah,
thanks,
Instagram
thanks
is,
for that. I'm trying to be spiritual, Instagram.
Sure,
don't-
You know?
You know, I'm trying to ask relevant questions. Instagram,
yeah, do
you
not
know?
mess with me.
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, I slid into the wifey's DMs. And then yeah, she replied with a BBM the BBM,
BBM
pin.
pin, yay!
A BBM pin. She gave it, and then I never messaged her. I just said it. I just stored
Another
it,
one.
stored it as a number, as a
As a
Contact card.
and yeah, and then it was just like there, and then I don't know what sparked it, but after like months and months of it just like lumming there, eventually
Can you
there was
confirm how much
something-
months? I want to just see something.
No, I can't.
Between 3 to
Can't-
6
can't-
months.
can't. Between maybe 3 months at the maximum. Maybe 3 months maximum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fredericks.
The game. I think it's a Fredericks. I think it's a Fredericks
left
game.
Yaya on read for 3 months before she got back to him.
Yo.
And then they ended up with now they're also
Yeah.
married now.
It's
Yeah.
just a Fredericks thing.
Yeah, I responded to you for 3 weeks later, so I was quick, sorry.
Yeah.
But 3
Lol.
months, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you added her as a contact, she's on your
Yeah.
phone, but you didn't reach out to her.
We didn't reach
So how
out
did the
there.
spark happen? Who reached out first then? After the DMs?
she's gonna not be happy with it, but it was she that actually messaged. It was her that messaged.
Yeah, okay.
Be
Strong woman.
Yeah, strong woman. Strong woman. Alhamdulillah, but I'm glad. Otherwise, I would
Look
have
at
been
you now.
I'd have been a road man.
Yeah. You know what? I said the same
Yeah.
thing, bro. It wasn't for Mamuchi like reaching out to me. I would have probably been halfway degenerate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Maybe
I would have
fully
been
degenerate.
studying
saying you're
still.
not.
Kaigi, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Mm.
But my wife is a very important figure in the
Mm.
way I changed my trajectory, if you put
Yeah.
it that way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, she was very influential in that regard. So,
Mm.
so how does... Because I know your wife sings as well,
Yes,
right?
she does.
So that must be fun. That's something I always wanted because I was also a musician for a long time. I
Yeah.
stopped making music when I became Muslim. I just stopped
Mm.
completely. But how do you and your wife, enjoy that? Because that's something I always wanted. My wife
Yeah.
can sing, but she doesn't like singing. She doesn't
Yeah.
like music really.
Yeah.
So how does that
So
work?
when I messaged her, I actually had no idea that she sings. Yeah. So if you can remember, I had singing stuff on my Instagram at
Yeah.
that time, but not still hectic. It was like speedlikkies, man.
Yeah.
Like just playing with like a drum and like singing random words for laughs, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
But she had nothing on her profile. I had no idea she's like a singer and stuff like that. And she was, she went to a Muslim school. So
Okay.
she like sang there for like the girls there and stuff like
okay.
that. So she wasn't like exposed on like a bigger platform and stuff like that. So there was no way for me to actually know that. It was just when I started to meet her, when I started speaking with her, and she said, "Oh, she also sings and what
Okay.
and stuff like that." And then yeah, and then from there we essentially came up with the idea that what if we try to sing as a unit? Let's try to do this as a duo, and then yeah, I think it worked. Yeah.
Okay, lekker. So then, now, time is tight. So let me just ask you this.
Mm.
The haram police.
Yeah.
There's most the haram police with everything. So when it comes to singing,
Mm.
music is obviously haram.
Yeah.
Nasheeds, there's debatable, what instruments
Debatable.
use X and Y. In today's time,
Yeah.
with music being such an integral part of, or nasheeds being an integral part of the Cape Malay culture of Islam,
Of course, yeah.
is there still haram police?
Yeah, no, it happened a lot to
There's
us
always that
as,
Buddha with the grey bat.
not here locally.
Okay.
I must say in Cape Town, people are extremely chilled. I've
Okay.
never experienced anything locally in terms of people saying, that's not allowed. But definitely, Unity used to do a lot of work in KZN,
Okay.
and I think on that side they're a little bit more strict in terms of not nasheeds, but nasheeds with
Instruments.
musical instruments. Yeah.
Okay.
And we obviously use the musical instruments, not live musical instruments, but on a track,
Yes.
which were musical instruments made with a computer keyboard,
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
which weren't
Fruity
technically musical
Loops.
instruments. What is
Yep.
that?
Fruity Loops.
So
Lol.
that's where the supposed gray area is in
Okay.
terms of that. But yeah, we received quite a bit of flack. It to the extent that 1 year we did everything a cappella. And just had
Okay.
to like harmonies and make the musical instruments with our mouths.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah,
Nice.
but locally, I mean, listen to the radio, listen to VOC, is a bunch of jingles and
Yeah.
stuff
that's the
like
thing.
that.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
that's
like,
my thing, man.
where does it cross the line? At which
Yeah.
point does it cross the line?
Yeah, exactly. And look, man, and I don't know if I can even speak about this, but I mean, look, what's your nia with it, man? I personally, like I said, because I know that everyone could potentially view my stuff and listen to my stuff. Like, I'm never gonna go out there and sing a negative song. So I'm not gonna sing "I love drugs"
Yeah.
You
of
know.
course.
or I like
Yeah.
I like swear on a track or a
Yeah,
song
yeah.
or anything like that. And I wouldn't say everything that I do is nasheed, because it's not.
Of course,
But I
yeah.
mean, I'm of the opinion that if you do things with a good message and you can inspire people with it, you can lift their spirits. Then
Yeah, like you
don't
say,
know,
the
yeah.
intention behind it makes the difference also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're doing it with a malice intent or with the
Yeah.
intent of like, oh, I want to do this because I want to make a lot of money.
Yeah,
or I
but
wanna
I'm
do
no
this because of-
expert on what the rulings are or anything with regards
Yeah.
to that.
Mm.
I just need to have it on the record.
Yeah, of course.
But
We're
I
not
mean,
scholars here, no?
that's the way in which I've been doing it. If what I'm doing can make you happy, can put a smile on your on your face, I'd like to believe that that's a reward. And
No, of
like on
course,
my
get what
side,
you're saying,
you know,
yeah.
if not, then it's a thing that I really need to explore
Yeah.
and see. You know what? If I'm making you happy, then
Yeah.
I don't understand. Yeah.
I think that's a very good answer simply because, like I said, I was also a musician,
Yeah.
for a long time. And then, I don't want to point fingers, but a certain group of someone's family
Yeah.
frowned upon it completely,
Yeah.
and they were like, nah, manita, like, must.
Mm.
So I was like, you know what? But at the same time, when I examined my music wasn't music that was for your sake, like
Yeah.
for putting smile on people's faces. My
Yeah.
music was for people to understand pain.
Yeah.
So I would put my pain into words. I'd
Yeah.
write for people. I wrote for some very reputable artists because I'm a
Yeah.
writer as well.
Yeah.
But the music that they're producing and they're putting out, if I even stop taking royalties from them because
Yeah.
it's like, it's secular, man.
Yeah.
It's like, let me say this. One of the lines of the songs I wrote starts like this: empty vessels aligned with broken souls, warm bodies trying to fight off the cold.
Mm.
That's quite dark. That's like saying like nothing is good in life. Life
Yeah.
is bad. Life is drugs. Like, because what happens when you're sad? You look for a vice.
Yeah.
Most people, especially if you look at all these top musical artists, these secular, they always look at alcohol, drugs. They look for something to numb them. And I understand because, I mean, look, that is a life I loved before, so I understand.
Yeah.
Alcohol and drugs were fun when I was sad,
Mm.
So I think about it and I was like, my music wouldn't really change people or give them a positive impact. And that's why I stopped. And I didn't stop for the people telling me it's haram, for the haram police. They thought they won. But I
Yeah.
stopped because I realized, like, why would my music be sad? But I'm like living a happy life. I'm married. I have children.
Yeah.
I love the life I'm living now. But now I'm singing about slitting my wrists. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
So I stopped. I still have my guitars. I still have my piano.
Yeah.
I can still play drums. I haven't lost it. I do my voice, I lost a lot because I smoke a lot of cigars now.
Yeah.
But I think from a musical standpoint, like, I may just start again now because we're speaking. Like, I may. But it's like, I don't think...
And drag me into this.
No.
All this guy needs is just one person to get him.
No, it's not.
Honestly.
I don't think it's that. I think it's a matter of, like, the way you explained why you do music.
Yeah.
You know, with your intention.
Yeah.
I already examined my intentions.
Yeah.
My intentions weren't good. So I stopped. Right?
Yeah.
So if I re-examine my intentions, not based on your influence, but for example, maybe I can just, you know, create some sort of jingle for a company.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and I could, you know, help feed my family or help society or start
Yeah.
a business or something. You know what I mean? So like, because music is something I grew up on.
Yeah.
I mean, I come from a Christian family, New Apostolic family, so music is like the spoon they give you when you're a baby.
Of course.
You're gonna sing tenor, you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna sing bass,
Yeah.
reading, every good boy deserves fruit, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
face equals in the space. Those
Yeah.
I learned those musical theory,
Yeah.
and it was a thing,
Yeah.
you know. Like all me and my two sisters had to be in the orchestra.
Yeah.
We had to sing in the choir, you know. My father's a singer, so
Yeah.
so it was normal. My one sister still plays the organ like a mad scientist.
Yeah.
So I think music was something that was fed to me, and then it became part of my identity, man. And for me to stop that after doing it for 17 years,
Yeah.
stopping it, and then just, you know, cutting it off, it does hurt. But it's like I also mature, like, thought, okay, from a perspective of like inwardly, like I
Yeah.
need to think of this from an Islamic standpoint. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if I'm doing something with a bad intention, there's no reward in it, so I
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing it or influencing people
Yeah.
to do bad. Time is running out. So we're going to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
If you could change anything
Yeah.
in the last 3 years, what would it be and why?
It would be absolutely nothing.
Okay,
No.
fair.
No regrets.
No,
regret.
no regrets. no regrets.
No regrets.
Okay, so you have to go.
Yeah.
So we'll end there. But before we go, thank you so much for tuning in. Where can the people find you?
You can find me Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. The handle is exactly the same throughout all the platforms. Waseem_Freds. Yeah, no, that's where you can see me. Got a couple of shows lined up this year.
Yeah.
Hey.
A couple of shows lined up this year. So make sure you keep your eyes glued onto the social platforms for liquor videos and more.
Yeah,
And
we'll
if
put
you-
all of that.
If you want to book the man, just know there's no canala joppies.
And I can reach out to him in the DMs.
You know, slide in the DMs, but
You
there's
know,
no canala
Yeah,
joppies.
now
Yeah.
so you must say how much you're gonna pay first.
You can, there is, but just keep it minimal, man. You know, don't not
Good
all the
person.
jobs must be a
Ah.
canala job. Yeah?
Okay.
If your granny
Don't
wants
book
to
the
go
man
Hajj, then we chat about it.
Yeah.
You know, if she's been, if
Don't
she's
book the
been
man for
trying
4
a few
hours and it's a
years,
canala
Yeah.
joppie.
Yeah, I come do half an hour set. Man, elke week a canala job.
Okay, that's fair. So all Waseem's details will be, or his links to his social media will be here in the description. Same for us. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes,
If you like
Piyush.
this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell.
I will.
We will see you on the next show next week. Safety guys.